Yeah, and it is doing the glitch where I see like, oh wait, no, it's not. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, never mind. One sec. I think I'm gonna prove the glitch here. So let me read the books, but I'm I'm not level 44, but I can still read the books. I mean, it's not a massive deal because I noticed it, but I'm just sure someone on the forum will probably complain, and you know, nobody likes to hear complaining. I think I'm good to go. Yeah, the XP is kind of slow, but what the fuck? Who cares? I think with Leoric, either I'm going to wait till 46 so I have max Holy Bolt levels, or I'm just going to kind of do what I did with the Iswell quest, non-stop taping myself, and I'm only going to record like... Oh, that's cool. I'm only going to record the one that actually does the run, like completes it. Or if I end up like just not getting anything out of it, yeah, fuck it. Oh. Yeah, if I end up not getting anything out of the runs, like I just can't beat it, I'll show you the one. Maybe not the best one, but just the last run. Because I'll probably be pretty damn close to beating it by then. I can only imagine. My Hydra spell, though, I could get that a whole lot higher. I don't know why I haven't. It just... The books actually do cost a lot. They're more than the Fireball. And I don't really feel like doing runs yet on, like, Halls of the Blind, or whatever it's called, Chamber of Bone. It just... I'll become level 50, or I'll find a piece of gear that'll just make everything 100 times easier. And then I'll start doing stuff like that. Because I actually want to farm a blueprint. I'd like to see what fastest hit recovery is on a mage. Something I haven't really probably ever seen. I mean, I have faster hit recovery already, but, you know, the difference between fast attack and faster attack, in my head, is way different. So, maybe that's how it's going to be. Big rants going on about what to do in multiplayer and what's right and what's wrong and how to play, and basically it's something everyone has their 2 cents in, and they all think they have like a great idea about what works right. And I mean, even I'm that way. I look at the situation and I'm like, well, how could this not make sense to other people? And I have to stop myself sometimes because it gets out of control and it gets annoying for other people when you just say, well, you know, just play the game the way it was meant to be played. Other people, you know, they'll say that and then they'll go and steal all your items. It's like, yeah, I guess I could train myself to fucking telekinesis everything or just stand on top of every fucking item that drops. But, I mean, I actually kind of want to play this game and not fucking the mini game that is being a big douche and picking up all the fucking items. What Mordor said made sense too. It's just like, you know, let them know the rules beforehand. And for a really long time, I did do that. I did kind of just say, hey, these are the rules. It got really tedious because, you know, my rules are like, okay, we all find the item, we can both dupe it, and that's just everything. So it's kind of like I wish I had like like if you join a game and there was an option that said this player plays like this, and say there's like 3 different options, it would give a nice little indication about what kind of person that player is. Because someone like Pigsden, he's a really nice guy. He's Russian. I think he's a great guy to play with. He's honest. He's nice. But he does that thing where he starts trading, and the only reason it works out so well is because he has basically every item. So when I go looking for something with him, it's like he's just kind of doing it for me, and then nothing really gets fixed. Well, not fixed, but like I can't do that with everyone. It's like there's a couple people who are just so like ultimate at the game or so far ahead of you that you can just go look for your item and that'll be that. And if we do happen to get like the ridiculous item he wants, like fuck off. Say Crystalline Staff of Doom or something. Everyone wants it, but he does keep an eye out for every item I want. So maybe I'll just say you can have it. It's never happened that where I got the item, but a lot of the times I kind of want to step up and fuck. I kind of want to just, if I saw the item, which it's a good thing that you can't really see what blue items are in a way, because even I would do this. I would say, you know what, this is an item that likely we will never find again, and I'm gonna dupe it. Like, you can have it. I'm not gonna trade it to anyone. I'm not gonna spread it around. Like, I guess everyone spreads all the set items around, so. Oh, fuck. And I'm not really a fan of that either. I don't like that idea of spreading all the, the wealth around, because, it's like, why are you working so hard when someone else is just gonna come on one day and beat you? Because they got given everything? Oh, fuck. Logic. No, but so you don't want to be giving it to everyone. I'd say like if you have a really close friend though, just it's kind of good to have a backup of everything. So if you're not really a pro at backing up your files, even though it's basically the same idea as duping, I would do that. I would like I knew an old guy. He plays like 65. He just really wasn't sure about that stuff, so he would give me all his extra items. I wouldn't use them because I didn't find them. And that's basically how it went. I just held the items in case his computer got fried. And one time, he'd come on and he'd miss a couple items at a time. So big, okay, well, great plate now. So don't worry, I got you covered. It's in my stash. But I mean, that's totally up to you. Some other people might just say, hey, I have this sweet item in my inventory, so I'm gonna use it because, I didn't find it, but it is in my inventory. I don't feel like waiting. And even then, like, I can't tell someone to stop. Like, it's just, that's their fun. And kind of thought of something to make me get over that is they're going to quit soon. So you won't have to deal with them very long anyway. But it's kind of almost juvenile how much you want people to play the way you do, because the game's so fun, but it's really only fun if you guys can really get a good trust going on. Like, to me, it just stresses me, right? You know how I am with quests. Like, I won't talk. I'm just a big dickhead and not fun to really listen to. But that's how it is with the items too. Like when I play with the 65-year-old guy, it's like no worries in my mind at all. Like even when I play with Pigsden, it's like there was that thought of, here, you know what? This is going to be the game where we find the Crystalline or Emperor's Rune Blade of Doom or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm going to have to just live with it because, of other people, I accepted to play with them. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll just have fun today by playing the game instead of going for items. And I don't really like to have to make that choice either. I don't think anyone does. It's just kind of like ridiculous to think about it. Like, okay, well, today I don't really feel like I need the items. I'll just go and have fun. It's like every time you play should be fun. You can't just not want to have fun. So there was some way to mix this up and make it a certain way, then it would just skyrocket. Everything would be so much better. There we go. And I would probably play multiplayer a whole lot more. Nice. Just ignore my random grunts. I get pretty pumped when I find items. Could have got up to plus 15, but I mean, no big deal. I don't think I've found one like this. Personally, I don't like anything uneven. So if I find, say this was like 9+ to all attributes, it just wouldn't pump, like, it would pump me up because I found the stats, they were just low-end stats, but it just wouldn't be the same. It really wouldn't be as useful. Even that, like, plus 13 stats to me is like, well, what am I going to do with plus 13? I kind of feel like I'm wasting those stats that I don't get. So I feel like I should have a plus 15 item right there. I guess it's kind of like if you find a bow at max join. Before it used to be really random. The stats were everywhere. Like it could go from 1 to 400. Fuck, that's what wrecked all my potions. Go to like 1 to 400% damage. So, you know, there's a big gap right there. And you get kind of ticked if you get 1. But that's the kind of item that's so ridiculous that that's the fun in the item. Other items, it's like, okay, Scales of Terror. It goes negative 25 to 30 strength. If you get negative 25 strength, or negative 30 strength, that could totally change your build because it's just such a late game item, and you know, 25 strength, that fits on a ring, but 30 just doesn't. So I kind of feel gypped that way when it comes to stats, like just raw stats, like you need 1 extra magic. So your Zorian's ring, say, has negative 11 magic. It's like, wow, I need to keep trying to find a Zorian's ring. And then on top of that, I only have a 1 in 10 chance of finding a Zorian's ring with negative 10 magic. And then it might have shitty mana. So I like the ridiculous items when I'm going for item farming, like the bow of max join used to be. And I can see why it got changed. It was probably just annoying the hell out of people. And I kept kind of saying like, well, this bow could be an alternative, but it's too far-fetched. So can't really use it right now. Or maybe one person will. I almost actually had one that was worth it. So actually it was fun because I got to, you know, look for a decent one, and then it just got fixed to the point where it's kind of like the Dark Moon, where it's almost always the same damage, roughly. So that's one thing I don't feel gypped about. When you find an item with enhanced damage, because it doesn't wreck your build. Like 30 damage isn't going to be like, okay, I can't play this character. But plus or minus 5 strength, that could happen. I can't use that strength, but I guess I'll just save it for a stat-hungry character. I'm pretty set on making a monk next, and I was thinking about what making a monk would do, or if it's even worth making new characters. But I think it is, because no matter how many nerfs come into the game, you can't have your character nerfed. Like, if you had one of every character level 50, that is probably the best investment of time you can do. You can invest a lot of time into items that you want, and they could be nerfed tomorrow. And that's why on the forums I kind of said like, well, can we kind of like double check our items? Like, say, like Scales of Terror, I bet a lot of people would want or not want that item nerfed, so they could ask like, okay, maybe take a second look at this. Do you think this item is not going to change? You know, with the new philosophy in mind, I'm sure Mordor would be able to say, okay, I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure this isn't going to change. And then everybody can kind of like make their build around it or go searching for the really hard to find items. Because I don't think people would really be mad if they weren't spoiled. Like, you find some older items, like the Apocalypse staff, they got spoiled. They got all those Apocalypse charges, they were having a ball, and then it got reduced with like, you know, now it's Identify charges. So that's kind of annoying, that's fucking gay. But when you think about the actual item, nobody would disagree. Like, that mace, that flail with like negative 60 magic, but like 400 extra damage on it and fastest attack. Nobody's gonna argue with you right there. Oh, there he is, way in the corner. Nobody's gonna say, Mordor, why did you nerf that? They know why, but it's just kind of like, oh, I had this great thing going and I don't have any backups laying around. And then a shitty item that, well, it was shitty, is now great. and you don't keep them, right? Some people just don't keep them. Me, I found that I shut away the lower end uniques, and I haven't really regretted it. There's probably one item I would have probably kept. I forget what it is. But yeah, I'd keep that one item, and especially when new things like fastest attack come into play, that totally changes items. I could see myself using a lot of different items now. So that's just a good idea. It's burdensome though, because if everyone comes in there with their, they'll. Oh wow, really? I don't feel like dying. If everyone comes on there and says, "Is this item? Is this item? Is this item all gonna be nerfed?" Then yeah, it takes away from modding, which is the fun part. I think. Obviously, I don't think that Mordor would like talking to people over modding. This is like me. If I get to play this game by myself, looking for items, like I'm having a great time. But if I'm just helping other people level up their characters, which usually happens when you want to have a friend in this game, it gets annoying, right? So that's one reason it wouldn't work to ask about nerfs in the items, and if they'll happen. So fucked. That's a nice little spot. Items though that I would have kept are blue items, are just low level blue items. Like right now, I'm looking for that armor piece with just really good stats, but on a really easy to use item because of the jewel of discernment. You get really low strength and dexterity, so I need some chest piece to fit in there. And as much as I'd want it to be the Cape of Roses, it has the same penalty, so I can't really use it. That was clever, when they made that ring, or Mordor made it, just can't use Cape of Roses, or else I'd have crazy spell levels. My friend always told me that too. You never know. Just if you find a good item, even if it's not as good as the unique, just keep it. And he's right. Like items are gonna be totally changed. I see so many of them changing right now. It blows my mind. It's kind of like you're just getting lazy too. Like I set myself up for failure when I did that, just kind of getting too confident that like uniques couldn't change. But the whole idea of this mod is everything changing. So I was really naive. I don't know why I thought that. I thought I heard a gremlin there.
Ah, the boss group.
Man, I'm really in a talkative mood today. Like, these breaks, they're ranking quality. Not really quality conversations, but wow, look at all the bosses here. But just my attitude. It's like, instead of making, a lot of people say, why would you do that? Why would you make a video for someone else to enjoy? It's like, no, like, you enjoy the video. This is pretty much just you playing with a little added pressure of, okay, you gotta talk out loud and you gotta, you know, if you get frustrated, just keep in mind you have people watching and keep a straight head. I'd really like to get that Carver boss, but it's pretty dangerous. Aw, fuck off, he's regenerative. Fuck that. I don't feel like using mana charges, so. Octavian. You must watch Spider-Man. I'm not really sure what he takes. No. I'm an idiot. Oh. The sheer knockback there. Ridiculous. I love it. That's a good time to save. Go back to. Oh, fuck. Man, I'm losing my voice talking to you. Really? Okay. Yeah, once I hit 43, I'll probably spam cave runs until I find the Island of the Sunless Sea and the Worm Quest. Because if I can just, I can get into the caves at level 43. I just walk down the stairs. It'll be easy to find. And those are kind of quests where your skill won't really matter. In the Island of the Sunless Sea, you either got the DFE or you don't. I mean, there's a little bit of luck in there because AC is luck, but yeah, I think the Island of Sunless Sea is like, you got it or you don't. You can go out and hit the enemies a certain way, but you find that out really quick. Yeah, I found that. Goo. .24 magic. Actually, I think I have a replica of that. And I'm wearing it. It's kind of cool how you move up.
Greetings.
Alright, so I guess I'll just save here, start next time, and just continue where I left off.